In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a confetti glitter brush inside of Photoshop. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is create the brush itself. So I'm going to open a new document that's going to be 50 by 50 pixels, 72 resolution, RGB color mode, 8-bit, background white. I'm going to change the background of this to black. So this little spot right here is my canvas. And then I'm just going to make a brush out of this. So I'm going to go to Edit, Define Brush Preset and name it X Brush. Now I've got this brush. Create a new document to test this brush. 1000 by 1000 pixels canvas. '72 resolution. Select brush tool. Open brush presets. So this is our saved brush, X brush. That kind of look like this. But this isn't something that we would use for our confetti. So what we're going to have to do is come over to the brush settings and make few changes. So we have the brush selected and now we are coming into the brush tip settings and make few changes to the way the brush flows. Change our spacing to 200%. That means we are changing the spacing here. Now we are going to go into shape dynamics, and in shape dynamics we're going to change the size jitter to 80%. Our minimum diameter is 50%. And you can see how this brush is changing. Our angle jitter we are taking to 100%. And you can see how that shifted. Roundness jitter to 80%. So now we have different bearing shapes and angles. And we have done a whole bunch of little tweaks to this basic square brush to make it a lot more interesting and something that's gonna look a lot like confetti. Lower down the minimum roundness to 1%. All of that is good. Now we're going to come into scattering and make few changes here. We want this to scatter in both axes because this is a glitter brush that we wanted to like it's thrown like confetti. So we're gonna scatter this to both axes and we'll take that up. I'm taking all the way to the max here because I want that to scatter a lot. Also, I want to see a lot more of that glitter, so I'll change the count to 3. We are also going to change the count jitter to about 90%. And make sure smoothing is checked off as well. That's about it. Those are all the changes that we are going to make to that brush. Now let's save that brush with the settings that I have created. So I'm going to click on this little hamburger menu, choose new brush preset and save this brush as confetti brush. Now let's focus on brush color dynamics. Come back to brush preset or settings and click on color dynamics. Let's choose a foreground and background color. You can choose any color you want. I can adjust the hue, which is gonna give me a lot more color, so it's more like confetti style. If I'll decrease the hue, it will give me more of darker tones, and if I'll increase the hue, it will give me more of a brighter tones. Set the saturation to upper level, and that's going to give me much more brighter colors. You can change the size as well. So now let's add a glitter texture to this brush. I'm going to double click right here and I'm going to go to pattern overlay. And choose the glitter texture that we created in the previous tutorials. Let's change the background color to black so we can see it properly. And try this confetti glitter brush. You can use this gold speck texture or any other texture that we created for this confetti style brush. You can also change the shape of brush from square to triangle or circle or any other shape you want. This is very useful brush. You can use it for wedding invite layouts or print development, welcome boards, design portfolio layouts. There can be any number of possibilities for this type of brush.